I'm Tammy Washington. I'm the creator of Into Your Dream Zone. We're really excited about this first video in this video series that's really going to help you understand what your deepest dream is, get over that belief system that we have that's keeping us away from getting into our dreams, and then taking that first step out of our comfort zone and into the dream zone. That's what's really going to make a difference. Let's get started. So the first thing that we're going to talk about in this series is, what is your deepest dream? Because we can go ahead and start making goals and start telling you this is how you achieve your goals, but unless you know what that deepest dream is, you have no starting point. So that's the first thing in setting any type of goal, is figuring out where you are now and then where you are going. Okay, talk about the first characteristic of your deepest dream. It's going to be something that you just can't get rid of. It's that feeling inside that every time you see somebody else doing it or something on TV, you're like, if I were doing that, I would do it this way. Or this is the way I always wanted to do that. But then you're not really going after it. What is that thing that just every now and then just creeps back into your mind because you know that that's what you should be doing? What's that thing, okay? That thing that you feel like came from God and not from yourself, okay? What is that thing? The second characteristic of your deepest dream is you're going to have a why for it. What is the why? Like, why do I want to do that so much? What does it do for me? Or what does it do for the people around me? What will it do for the community, the environment, the universe? What is the why? And we're going to do some really fun things in the next couple of weeks with our whys, including a why video. That is really cool. Wait until you see that. The third characteristic of your deepest dream is going to be something that really is already in alignment with who you are. If you know that you're somebody who loves purses and you love jewelry and you love heels, I know I do, your deepest dream is probably not going to be able to go sit out in nature for hours and be undisturbed by the world. It might be, like maybe all that other stuff is hiding something, but really part of it is really understanding who you are, to really understand what it is that you want for your life, or what it is that you really feel that you need for your life. These are the things that are going to really push you to achieve that deepest dream. So think about those three characteristics that I just gave you, okay? It's going to be something that you've always wanted, always been deep inside you. It's going to be something that you have a why for. And then the last thing is that it's going to be something that's already in alignment with who you are. I'll give you an example from my life very quickly. So for many years, I wanted to pursue acting, and I came out and I did it. I took that stuff out of my comfort zone, moved across the country like a crazy person, but I did it, you know, because I really, really wanted to do it. And then one day I was talking to a personal coach, which I think everybody should have a personal coach, by the way, just throwing that out there. But I was speaking with a personal coach, and she looked at me and she said, well, what is your biggest dream when it comes to acting? And I said, let me think about that for a minute. And I said, you know, what I really want is I want to be financially free. I want to be able to travel. I want to be able to take my family with me. I want to be able to give back to the community. I want to give back to my family. Some people were hit really hard during the recession. I was like, I don't want anybody in my family ever have to worry about work again. You know, if I can do something to take care of them, I want to be that person to do it, you know. And then the biggest thing that I really want to do, though, is I want to go back and I want to teach other people on how to succeed like I did. And my personal coach said, why don't you just do that? Why don't you just go ahead and start inspiring people? That is what you really want to do. That is what's deep within you. You've always wanted it. Okay, that's that number one characteristic. Number two, I had a why, because I want to help other people to know that they can really do it. And then the third thing is already in alignment with who I am. Okay, I love talking to people about their dreams, love helping people to go after their dreams and coming up with a plan for how we're going to do it. You know, love it. Absolutely. So think about that. Hopefully that helps you. Okay. Really think about your deepest dream. And in the next few weeks, we're going to go through the steps of really making that dream come true. Okay. Our quote for today on the inspiration email was, a dream deferred is like a raisin in the sun. No, that's a little bit negative, but I guarantee you there's a reasoning behind it. If we don't go after our dreams, they will shrink up. And that might be, if you are having trouble trying to figure out what your deepest dream is, that may be the reason why. But that's okay. It's all right. We can still recover it. It's all good. I tell you this, when God gives us a dream, He also gives us the power and the responsibility to make that dream come true. So who are you to not go after your dream? So really think about it this week. If you need to meditate on it, I highly recommend meditation. It's one of the best practices when it comes to really uncovering what you want and what your deepest dream is. And remember, that dream can be more than one thing. It doesn't have to be one. It could be your dream for physical fitness. It could be your dream for your career. It could be a dream for your love life, you know, if that's something that's just difficult. I know I've had problems with that in the past. So what are those deepest dreams for your life? Really think about that. Meditate on it if you need to, or just take some time, close your eyes, breathe in, breathe out. Really think about it, okay? Because I guarantee you, when you can see the invisible, you can achieve the impossible. But first, you have to be able to see it. So go ahead, guys, and really figure out what those deepest dreams are. I'm going to leave you with this last thing. A hope deferred makes the heart sick, but a longing fulfilled is a tree of life. And remember, trees, they keep growing and growing and growing unless we cut it off. But if we leave it alone and we really nurture it, it grows and grows and grows. And 100 years from now, that tree will still be here when you and I are gone. Just like whatever it is that biggest dream is, your actions today will affect your life and the people who come behind you. So again, who are you to not achieve your dream? So I'm so excited. Thanks for tuning in. Remember, go ahead and use those boxes below. Tell us what your biggest dream is. At the end of the series, we're going to give a prize for the person who really goes after their dream the most, and I really do hope that is you. Use those text boxes below to tell us what your dream is. Let us know if this inspiration email helped you. Feel free to pass it along to as many people as you possibly can if you think that there is somebody who you think could use it and could really go after their dreams. We are all going to do this together, and we are going to cross that finish line. You can do it. We can do it. Let's get started.